everyone and welcome back to my channel. Begin with saying that I might be getting closer to the camera. That's because my bedroom is literally, this is how big it is. I am touching both walls and I'm sort of leaning back, but it's really uncomfortable, so I might end up being this close. It's as far away as I can get, so just ignore that. So yeah, this video is how to stay motivated, or how I stayed motivated during lockdown. And let me begin by saying I haven't been motivated most of it, but I've still forced myself to do my work. So this is sort of a how to do work when you're not motivated as well. I guess that's just how to do work in lockdown. So main thing I've done to stay on top of my work is by following a routine. So I've set my alarm for 7:30 every morning, and that's still a lay-in for me because I usually get up at 5:45 and I usually go to bed really early, 8 o'clock. But in lockdown I've been going to bed at 10. So I've been getting up at 7:30, I've been going downstairs, I've been making myself a coffee, turn the computer on, open up my emails, go onto my emails, see if I've been set anything. If I haven't been set anything, do my coursework or do some revision. And if I have been set something, do it as soon as it's set. I sort of set myself a little bit of a competition. How quickly can I get this work back to my teachers? How much can I annoy my teachers with work? And can I be the first one to get my work done? Setting myself a little challenge forces me to do it. I also make sure to time myself if it's an essay question, because it's over quicker, it's better practice. That's it really. It's over quicker and it's better practice. I also make sure to kind of follow my school timetable. Not really, I haven't really done that. School said we should, but I've sort of fell apart from that. I was doing it at first, but if you're behind, this is a good way to do it. Especially since my teachers have sort of toned down with the work a little bit. So I've set all the work at the beginning of the week, and even though it's the work for that week, you can get it done in a day by extending your days. So Monday and Tuesday I'm working 7:30 till 6. Wednesday I'm working 7:30 till 5. Thursday and Friday I'm working if I have work set. I've pretty much finished it all by then, and that's really helpful because I'm still giving myself a break and it gives me a chance to catch up if there's anything I've missed. So I need to do my coursework because I'm a little bit behind on that. Well, actually I'm not, but I feel behind because it's not done. But yeah, if you get most of your set work done in the first few days of the week, you can use the last two to do any catch up. I'd also recommend speaking to your teachers if you're behind, because they might set you less work. Hang on, someone's at the door. And it was just my neighbour. Where was I? Oh yeah, another thing that people like to do to stay motivated, which I haven't really done, is by making sure you're dressing smart every day, because apparently that's helpful. I have got some smart clothing. I got this it's really cute like jumper the other day. Look, it's kind of smart. It's also comfy, but it's really warm outside, so I can't wear it. But some days I have sort of dressed smartly. Like if I have a Teams lesson, just because it feels more like I'm at school and not just at work. So that's something you should do. You should separate work and home. So I have my computer in a different room to where I usually have it. So usually I'd work in the lounge. I've been working in the conservatory because it feels different. It's a different environment. And also because my mum was using the lounge. But now I'm using the conservatory and it feels different and it feels more like I'm at school. Also, if you have Teams lesson or your teacher set a deadline, make sure you try and stick to it, please. Because once again, if you get behind, it's harder to catch up. I'm sinking. It's still possible though, and that's another thing. Don't give up because you've fallen behind. I fell behind. I went through a little bit of a slump. I couldn't motivate to do anything. Kind of started playing Animal Crossing all day. So I worked even longer the next week and I caught up. And even though this does take longer the further behind you are, it is still possible. And also bear in mind, don't panic too much if you are behind, because it's nearly the summer holidays and you're going to have like 6 weeks to catch up. And especially since everything's sort of by email or by show my homework, and you can go back and you can see what's been set and you can still do it. I'd also find, yeah, definitely setting up the right study environment. So I've had just the dining room table with my folders scattered all over it. A special study playlist. So whenever I hear this playlist, I feel like studying. I actually have a video on my study playlist if you want to go watch that. But I've actually really been into the Deep Dark Indie playlist on Spotify. and I was doing my coursework to it. Now every time I read it, I think of the book I was reading for my coursework, even though it's a terrible book and I'm not even using it for my coursework. But yeah, really, the best way to stay on top of your work is to force yourself to do it. Set yourself timers, set yourself a routine, a schedule that you have to follow, and then you'll have to follow it, and you can't really not do it. Give yourself rewards for doing stuff. So what were my rewards? Blah, blah. Can't talk. If I did all my work, I could play Animal Crossing for 30 minutes in my lunch break. And I still wanted to play more, but I was like, no. You got to do more work. You've got to finish your RS work, and then you can play Animal Crossing again. And then I did that. And the thing about that is you have to be strict with yourself. You can't just be like, well, I could just play it now. Got to be strict with yourself. Definitely try and get up early. I find I work best in the mornings, and I felt like I didn't before, but now I force myself to work in the mornings, and I do. Basically, you've also got to look after yourself, because if you're spending all this time focusing on work, your mental health's going to suffer, and that's not something you want to happen. So I've sort of been setting myself self-care days as well. So in my self-care days, I will drink a nice tea, I will have a bath, I will, I don't know, knit for a bit. I'll do something relaxing, something for my mental health, just so that I don't end up becoming like unable to work. So definitely make sure you look after yourself. So in short, if you want to stay on top of your work, set yourself a routine, do your work as soon as you can. Don't panic if you're behind, because there's plenty of time to catch up. Look after yourself. And that's it, essentially. If you enjoyed this video and this setup, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment anything you'd like to see next, and I'll see you in the next video.